got a whole brain here. The outer portion is the cerebral cortex. This will be the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. The frontal lobe, and this is the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe. Parietal lobes are going to be up here in the cranium. The insula, let's see if we can get to the insula. It's going to be right in here. Hand me one of those pokers. Take this out. So here we've got the parietal lobes. We've got the longitudinal fissure. Back here is the transverse fissure. The dura mater is not attached to this one, but the part of the dura mater that folds in between the cerebral hemispheres will be the falx cerebri, where it folds in between, horizontally between the cerebrum and the cerebellum. That'll be the tentorium cerebelli. And where it goes between the cerebellar hemispheres will be the falx cerebelli. The central sulcus, let's see, it looks like the central sulcus is going to come right down here, all the way down, and on this side, all the way down here. So right in front of the central sulcus, we've got the precentral gyrus, which is the primary motor cortex. Right behind the central sulcus, we have the postcentral gyrus, which is the primary sensory cortex. Here we have the cerebellum. We'll open this up, and this in here is the corpora quadrigemina. These are the superior colliculi, which are the visual reflexes, and the inferior colliculi, which are auditory reflexes.
And just make sure you have the brain oriented.
Yes. Right, make sure you've got your superior and inferior oriented correctly. This right in here is the pineal body, or gland. Yes, right in here. I'm going to flip this over. Olfactory bulbs. So there's these, this is the olfactory tract here, and the olfactory bulb is here at the end. The optic chiasma, it's been cut here. So we've got the optic tracts down here, and then they would come to an X. The X, the cross point is the optic chiasma, and then the optic nerves would come off from that.
And they're bigger.
Anteriorly, and they're a little bit bigger. The pituitary gland would sit right about here, and it's attached by the infundibulum. Down in here, there's the mammillary bodies. Those control the gustatory reflexes. Right here is the pons. These ribs on the pons, that's the cerebellar peduncles. Right here is the cerebral peduncles, these tracts of white matter here. Right here is the medulla oblongata. You can see the pyramids right here. And right below the pyramids, that's where the decussation of the pyramids is, and that's where your motor signals cross. On the outside here, I've got pia mater. It's like shrink wrap on the outside. Let's see. I think that's everything.
And the
infundibulum
goes to...
The infundibulum attaches the pituitary to the hypothalamus. No.